Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is a live stream, and I'm here to talk about the new SpongeBob movie. Um, it was very incredible. Me and Keller, or my cousin, or K Tom, whatever. I hope you guys have subscribed to him by now. We watched it together. Since it's on Netflix now. In everywhere besides the U.S., we would have to wait a full year. But no, we used VPNs and a Netflix party to watch it in England. Uh, yeah, we didn't watch it in England. We watched it as if we were in England, like our computers just like acted like England computers. And then we got I don't know SpongeBob movie on Netflix. But it was amazing. Like contains spoilers and stuff for it, but the quality, the animation style is just so underrated. Like, I think LS Mark he's such a retard for thinking that it was bad. I mean, you can obviously tell how much effort they literally edited dust particles in that freaking movie. It had a great plot. It was so heartwarming. I doubt he even watched it. I honestly doubt that. Because it is outrageous compared to the last SpongeBob movie, which was nothing compared to the new one. This has got to be my favorite movie ever. It's the old one. The second one is just complete trash compared to this one. I mean, this one, I can't begin to explain how confused I am on how LS Mark thinks this is. Hold on, something weird on my own. How Ellis Mark thinks this is a bad movie. He does not know what content is if he thinks this is a bad movie. And Keller, if you're watching this, I know I said that I liked the Fred movie. I hope you know that was a joke. I hate the Fred movie. It's so bad. Ellis Mark, loves it. He just loves all the bad movies, loves it, and hates all the good ones. It was so heartwarming. Like the part where Squidward, this is a spoiler by the way, when they're all giving flashbacks, I know they're all explaining how they met SpongeBob when Squidward did it. It was just so sad. He was telling about how like he went to a talent show and SpongeBob and Patrick won instead, and he got really sad. So SpongeBob and Patrick, by the way, these are little kids. They go into his room at night in the camp, and they say it was a mix-up, which it wasn't, and then gave him the trophy. And then Squidward says, even though he's super freaking annoying, those were his words. And he starts talking about how like he loves them, but he hates them. Like he's like ice cream on salt. That's what he says. I mean salt on ice cream. He's like, but then he goes up to him. He's like, I hate SpongeBob, but also at the same time. And he touches SpongeBob's shoulder and says, I love him. And it was so wholesome. And then he said, mostly hate him. But then SpongeBob frowned. But then he started talking about how he's like a mixture between sweet and cool and bad. I don't know. But then he says, yeah, by the way, they're trying to like back him up because apparently he was trying to he was going to get murdered by someone, by like the King Poseidon or whatever. And basically what he does is Squidward steps up and says, after they're all done with, no, he's like, after Patrick's done with his flashback, he does his, and then at the end of his flashback in his speech and stuff, he says, "This set out all aside, SpongeBob is my friend, and he doesn't deserve to die." But he says it like in a really calming and soothing voice. It's just like makes you so sad. It's just made me so sad. Like the show, it's Squidward like how he really feels about SpongeBob, and then at the end when it has the very first picture of SpongeBob when it was still called Sponge Boy, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but basically, SpongeBob uh, was the first variation of SpongeBob was this weird blob called Bob the Sponge, and they're like, hey, we can turn this into something cooler. So basically, Stefan Hellingberg, which was someone that worked at Nickelodeon, drew this tiny little thing on a note card. He named him Sponge Boy. And uh, it showed the original picture of Sponge Boy at the end, and it said, in loving memory of Stefan Hellingberg. And it played a very faint version of SpongeBob theme song, and it was just so sad. The movie was incredibly sad and heartwarming and just so wholesome altogether. Probably the best movie I've ever seen. And people that think otherwise just probably have no idea what content is. Because this movie is insane. That's all I gotta say. I watched it at least 3 times now. It's just so good. It makes me cry. But yeah, thank you everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Wait, yes, I want to end this.